Can you survive until dawn? What's poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at Until Dawn, which is a new movie which came out. It's a horror movie, and it is made by Sony, and it is part of the PlayStation new sort of movies that they're doing. They have made, I do believe, a few movies with this new, Sonyverse intro that they're doing, which is like Uncharted, and then Until Dawn. I don't know if they've done any others. I don't know if they have any other plans to make any other Sony movies. I would love a Ratchet and Clank one. Maybe a live action God of War would be cool. Definitely want a Horizon Zero Dawn one. That one would be fucking sick. I would love a live action Horizon Zero Dawn. That one would be genuinely insane. And I do believe they left Uncharted open for a cliffhanger, so then we could have a second one, which I think would be really, really cool. But without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say about Until Dawn. So, Until Dawn is a 2025 horror survival, which is 1 hour and 43 minutes, has a 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb, a 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 5.8 out of 10 on Prime Video.
1 year after her sister's disappearance, Clover and her friends head to the remote valley where she vanished to search for answers. Exploring an abandoned visitor center, they soon encounter a masked killer who murders them one by one. However, when they miraculously wake up at the beginning of the same night, they're forced to relive the terror over and over again.
I think that did a pretty good job at opening the movie up, so you know what, I think we're just going to continue from there. So we see night 2 and 3 take place with them having different plans of sitting in the bathroom and drinking water and exploding, because the water is poisonous and makes them explode. I'm gonna be honest, one girl had it the worst. The other 3 just completely exploded. She had her leg blow off, had her stomach inflate and burst open from the side, and then had her head explode. She went through so much pain and torture throughout this entire thing. She got possessed and had her neck snapped, and she got taken and experimented on in a secret underground lab. She was so done dirty by, I think she was called Samantha or something. She was done so fucking dirty, and I swear they fucking hated her, because damn, they fucking went all out on her. They pulled her out the fucking closet, threw her against the wall, and smashed her fucking head into the ground. She went through so much fucking torture. The other 3 just got fucking stabbed or cut in half. She got done so fucking dirty, I swear to God. But we have night 3, where they try and uncover everything and try and survive. Unfortunately, they get dragged into the other room, and possessed by a witch. And then we have a night 4, which I think they got attacked again, as you do. Then we skip to night 13. Night 4 was when they actually got the radio from the old guy to go and see him out in the woods where, the sister is. The sister is a Wendigo now, by the way. That is revealed to us. The sister died. We saw her at the start of the movie get killed. That was the opening murder of the movie to set the tone, to set the scene, which actually was quite good, to be fair, because it set the whole movie up being I can't die again, I can't do this again, had her very emotional, so it made sense, it worked for the movie. But we skip night 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Don't know why, but we do see a couple of snippets from those nights from the driver's phone, because he videoed everything. Honestly, I fucking would too, and I hope he still has those videos on his phone, because they would go sick on TikTok and YouTube. I'm gonna be honest, they would do fucking wonders, and you could live off that, by the way. You could fucking live off these videos. Literally the amount of views they would get, fucking impeccable. Bro's set for life with the YouTube ad revenue. So and TikTok revenue. If he's not doing that shit, missed opportunity, bro. But anyway, we take a look at a couple of videos of his, and then they have this master plan to go find the big dude, to go find the big bad who's hiding in a abandoned mine shaft. And they fight their way through. They fight the masked man. They kill the masked man, very brutally, by the way. And we, continue going through. The other 3 get split up from the main girl, and have to fight a load of Wendigos. They're running, being chased. We have girl found in the experimental center being, attacked by a Wendigo who's chained to a wall, and then we have her confront the final guy and she makes him explode with the water. Then they all find their way out and survive until dawn and drive off home. The movie then ends with a cliffhanger of all the cameras on the screen changing to a snowy mountaintop, and that leaves it open for a number 2 for a second night at a Until Dawn cabin in the woods, which actually is one of the few Until Dawn games which I've actually seen played through on YouTube. I've never played through any of them, but I have seen them played on TikTok by GT Live, and also Jacksepticeye, and also Daz Black, so it is very interesting to see these games get played. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. Acting was really good. They managed to build up threat with the night changing every time and staying true to Until Dawn as well, by having the narrator sit in the background experimenting and doing his tests and explaining the story to us and being a very prominent character in these like time loops. And again, like, we have these time loops, which is part of Until Dawn, with these like choices going back, trying to keep people alive all the way until the end, with these different endings, these different outcomes, like a Telltale game, honestly, but it works in movie form quite well in this format. And again, with all the different monsters, all the different characters that we meet throughout the nights, it does build up mystery to what are they, who are they, how did they get here, and why are they here. And it's just such a good mystery that is slowly unraveled as the nights go on. It is a shame that we do only get to see 5 out of the 13 nights. I would have liked to have seen all 13, and I was baited out a little bit because I did think she managed to survive until dawn and escape, but no, she was just held in a lab, which is unfortunate for Samantha, I'm going to be honest. She was definitely done the worst by. And seeing your sister turn into a Wendigo must be fucking brutal, must be heartbreaking. And she did kill her sister by landing on top of a spike, and she did get impaled herself. And I'm going to be honest, that wasn't an issue. That should have been an issue. I wish they played on that a little bit more, because that did look like it went quite deep into her. Just as the, impalement goes. And like, the other characters didn't really have much to do. I am going to be honest, like, other than Samantha, who was just fucking done dirty by, they were all quite one note, with the main guy just wanting to get back his love of his life, wanted to win her back, wanted to, like, get everyone out of there. He was like the scaredy cat. He sort of got braver and, like, bolder as the nights went on. And then we had the driver, who was very against saving anybody and just wanted to save himself. And basically just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible, starting to care a little bit about everyone else. And then we have the girl who was just like very moody all the time, starting to show some emotion. But that was really the extent of their character development. It was all mainly for the main girl, who Until Dawn, or this night, was really set around with their anxieties, their fears, their lack of control, their, I don't know what the exploding thing was again, but apparently every monster meant something other than the Wendigos, because the Wendigos were just people that had, like, become part of the night, which was pretty strange. I'm going to be honest, I don't know why the exploding thing was there again. I did forget, but there was a reasoning behind everything, which I like that. They thought about everything. They thought about why that would happen and what sort of psychological thing would have to happen for that to appear in this nightmare. Again, I would have liked it if each one of them had a like special like fear that made it like into Until Dawn, like maybe one of them didn't feel good enough and just brought the others into the story a little bit more, because everything was literally just about her. And yeah, she's the main character, but I wish they just gave it to the other people as well. Like, they had the other characters have a little bit more screen time, I guess, or a little bit more to do with the story, other than just to be there to be murdered in unique and creative ways. The mystery about it, I didn't work it out. I'm going to be honest, I didn't work out that it was all her, like, hell, and it was like a time loop that he was slowly turning into a Wendigo, and that he was controlling it all. Didn't work any of that out. It was just kind of told to us quite like halfway through the movie, so it didn't let you really linger on the mystery all too long. And again, it is a very simple premise of You just have to make it to Dawn. That seems so fucking easy when said out loud, but actually getting to Dawn, you know, that's a little bit harder. It's a little bit easier said than done. Is all. So yeah. Also, we did see them, like, again, my theories from my, like, poster reviews and, like, poster teasers and my, like, trailer reactions of them slowly getting worse as the movie went on. Wasn't them slowly dying, it was them slowly turning into monsters. So my thoughts were slightly wrong. I was 50% right. I did say that they were getting worse the further they stay, or the longer they stay, or the more nights that they go through, but my outcome was wrong. So you gotta give me some credit. You gotta give me like a little bit, like a little bit of 50%, like 50%. Like just give me some credit because I was almost there. But I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was fun, and it did get me twice with 2 jump scares. I didn't think it'd be too scary. The monsters just looked ugly and creepy and just genuinely like disgusting. And I think they were trying to go with more body horror than like scary horror to keep you on edge, because I didn't really feel much tension until the end when they were all running and like the clock was ticking down. It was going so fucking slow. They were all being chased. There was countless monsters. That was when the most tension was, when like the race against time, the who's going to survive, are they all going to survive, are they all going to get out, her getting dragged back under the ground, was all very intense and all very like scary. So I liked that. I thought that was cool. But again, it was a decent movie, 8 out of 10, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend you go check it out for yourself, because it is up there with one of the like best sort of like time loop horror stories. Way better than Happy Death Day, I do have to admit.